Hey guys, happy Plantmas and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. My name is Annalise and this is my channel where we get planty with it. So today I'm going to be showing you guys a super fun thing I went to last night. Yesterday evening, a local plant store in New York City called Soil Vibes, I'll link them on the screen and in the description, don't worry, decided to host a planty happy hour. So a bunch of planty people from New York City went down. We brought some drinks, hung out. They also had some free appetizers for us to try at some other local restaurants, which were so delicious. I had an empanada that was like the best thing ever. But we also got to shop a bit in the store and meet the store owner, which was super cool. I'd actually never been to Soil Vibes before this. I think she opened about 2 months ago, she said. So it's still a little bit new, and it was just so cool being able to go to a new plant store, see all the amazing plants she has, meet the owner, and then also get to meet some other people I've known through Instagram but never have met in person. I decided to film the store so you guys could see what her selection looked like. I'll talk you through a little bit of what I saw and the prices there. So hopefully you guys can go check it out. She said she wants to do more events like the happy hour when it gets warmer. Yesterday actually happened to be like 60 degrees, so it was perfect for the happy hour because we were standing outside for most of it. But she wants to wait till it's warmer, like in the spring, to do more events. But I think it's gonna be super fun. I'm definitely gonna be going to those. Anyway, if you wanna see my little plant shop tour of Soil Vibes as well as the haul of the plants I picked up at the end, then definitely keep on watching. Walking in, immediately you can see this big, beautiful palm down here. And under it, here was a Domino peace lily, which is basically just a variegated peace lily. And that was $22, which is a really good price for such a great size. You can see how big those leaves were, and it was blooming as well. There was another regular peace lily next to it, as well as a money tree, and this cute little Pilea peperomioides. I've never had one of these, but I think they're so cute the way the little babies pop out of the soil. Here on this shelf was a baby fiddle leaf fig for $15. It looked really healthy though. I feel like you rarely see them that full all the way down the stem. And then she had a ton of absolutely beautiful pink princesses. I know people complain all the time about pink princesses not having enough pink variegation when they usually find them at nurseries, but hers all had so much pink. There were so many half moon leaves, and these were all about $85 each. She had some with less variegation that were even cheaper, but if you really want a highly variegated pink princess, $85 is not a bad price at all. The ones that were on sale either had lower variegation or some of them were a little bit more of a rehab situation. But if you're comfortable with your planty skills, that might be a more accessible price point to get a pink princess at. Here was a beautiful Cebu blue hanging basket next to this really cool cactus. I think this might be some sort of ripsalis, but I just thought the little baby it shot out was so cute. Moving along, up here was a Monstera siltepecana next to a basket of variegated string of hearts for $35. It had quite a few long strands, and actually somebody who was at the happy hour ended up buying that while we were there. This guy was super cute. This is a little ruby cascade. The cool part, and I don't know if I showed it on camera, but some of the leaves actually were variegated, just a few of them, but I thought that was really interesting to see that. Here is a Fittonia, a pink one. A classic, almost knocked that over there, but there's a jade pothos. All the plants on the shelf were about $9 each. Look how beautiful this Scindapsus looks. Oh my gosh. The leaves are so large and it looks so healthy. That is a really beautiful plant. For like $9, $10, that's a great price. There was also some Enjoy or Pearls and Jade. I can never tell the difference, but I love the coloring on those leaves, as well as a variegated peperomia obtusifolia. Up top was a little bit hard to reach, but you can see they had some rubber trees, a philodendron Brazil, some Monstera adansonii, some more Cebu blue, and here was a Brantianum. Her brandies actually looked really healthy, and I feel like they're hard that look really good, so that was pretty impressive. Here for $60 was a whole hanging basket of jade satin Scindapsus. I remember when these were like $45 for a single leaf, and now you can get a whole hanging basket for $60, which is insane. She also had some really healthy looking micans. I don't think I got the price on this guy. It wasn't on the pot, but it was definitely a reasonable price. All of her plants actually were priced really, really well, really affordable, which was really awesome. So over here, there was some more palm. There was a lemon lime maranta, a string of pearls looking super healthy and happy. And then over here she had a greenhouse type cabinet which had some of the rarer plants in it. I didn't want to move these plants around, but you can kind of see there was some anthurium up on the top there. There were quite a lot of alocasia in this cabinet. This alocasia in particular was super gorgeous. I forget the type, but it has these really backs of the leaves, and this one was only about $25. So a really good size, a really good deal. There was a Syngonium chia pence in the back there. And then down here were a few calathea. There's the Warshawekii, which you know I do love, such a velvety one, and a Calathea orbifolia down on the bottom. Moving along, this alocasia also really caught my eye. Look how big this long leaf is. And the lobes are so long and pointy. I was very impressed. And that was only $15. If I weren't scarred from alocasia having spider mites all the time, that would have definitely been something I picked up. So right there was a nice hanging basket of Hoya Crimson Princess, a cute hanging basket of string of turtles, and then moving down here, she had some cacti and euphorbia. This was some sort of euphorbia that had red coloring in it. It was super beautiful. And on the left was, I think, a holiday cactus of some sort. Here are some more cacti, some pickle plants. I have one of those. Mine are not quite that long, but one day. And then she had this really awesome Hoya section. So what I just picked up was a Hoya. It used to be called a macrophylla, but now it's a latifolia albomarginata because it has white outlines on the leaves. And those were super full pots, as you can see. And I think they were only about $20 or $25. This was also a Hoya pubicalix splash, but just look how splashy those leaves are. I was definitely tempted by this one because the one I have is way less splashy, and it was cool to see what they look like with that super high level of splash. Here was a Hoya Cigilatus, which one of my friends picked up. That's a Hoya I feel like is pretty underrated and people don't talk about enough. And then that was a Hoya Australis all the way on the right. So just panning over her Hoya collection, you can see she had quite a few and all the pots were really, really full. Back here is a Tradescantia, I think the tricolor form. I thought this snake plant was really cool. I think it's called the copper tone or something like that, but it's definitely one you don't see often. So if you're into snake plants, especially rare types, that would have been a cool find for you. Here was a Hoya Cortisia, looking really good. And here was a Hoya Bertonii, which I thought was so cute. I was looking for the price on there, but it wasn't listed. But just look how cute it is, and the pot was very full. There was a cool aloe plant, some really cute peperomia. I forget the name of this one with the red, but the one next to it's a peperomia frost. And look how tall they were. Those peperomia definitely had some good height, which you don't usually see with peperomia. They're usually very compact. And then down here were just a bunch of different types of succulents, some more cacti. Over here on the floor, that was a very large Dieffenbachia, looking super beautiful. You can see just how full that plant is. There were also some larger fiddle leaf figs that would be more of a floor plant size. And then I had to pull this guy out because he was just insanely massive. Look at this whale fin. I've never seen one this big in person. I thought that was so cool, and she had two of those really massive ones. There were also some Monstera deliciosa. She had quite a few different sizes, and then a few more plants hanging in the entryway of the shop. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed seeing her wonderful plant selection. She had some really, really good ones. What I think the best part is that she had such a variety of plants. She had philodendron, she had alocasia, she had Hoya, she had anthurium. So kind of whatever genus you like, she did have at least a few plants in that genus. Plus she had a good array of common, uncommon, and more rare plants. So kind of whatever you're into, she should have something to fill your needs. So I picked up two different plants. The first one was a Hoya, and I just saw this guy and really wanted to pick it up. Now, caveat, I've had this plant before, and I still have a very much struggling 2-leaf cutting in my greenhouse cabinet. It's been on the brink of death for months, and I'm kind of just tired of it looking so small and twerpy, and this one was such a great price, so I decided to pick up another little Hoya Bertonii. How cute is this dude? So the leaves are actually super soft in person, and from what I've heard, the leaves themselves can actually sun stress pretty beautifully. So when this guy is done isolating a little bit, I didn't see any pests or anything on it, and I'm sure she takes good care of her plants, but I still want to isolate it just for a few days, and then once it's ready, I'll put it in the greenhouse cabinet, and hopefully it does really well. Hopefully I don't kill this one. This is in soil right now, but I think I'm going to leave it because it seems like it's doing well in this, and I think last time what maybe the issue was trying to transfer mediums. So I'm gonna leave it like this, and hopefully this guy does well. So that is my first plant, the Hoya Bertonii. Yeah, and I think this was about $12, and she also had a discount for us being there for happy hour, so it came out to about $10. For a Hoya this size, that's like a really, really great price. Anyway, I was only gonna pick up one plant because I'm technically on a plant ban, but I did really want to support her business. So I picked up that Hoya and I was like, okay, I'm done. But as I was walking around filming, I saw another plant that has been on my list for a while. I have not seen them really in stores, and it was also like 10 or 12 bucks. So I was like, why not? I'm just gonna do it. And that is the Homalomena Selby. Look at this foliage. How cute. I've never had a Homalomena in my life. I know nothing about them. Please drop the care tips if you know anything about Homalomena. But I've seen this one so many times on Instagram, and I just love the leaf color. I think they're so stunning. So she told me this is a thirstier plant, and it definitely does not want to be underwatered. So I'm definitely gonna be aware of that. It's living in soil right now. This one, I think after a couple weeks of acclimating, I'm gonna transfer to leca, just so I can make sure that its watering is being staged on top of in soil. That's a little bit harder for me. So I think I'm gonna do that down the line. I'll keep you guys updated. So that was my haul from Soil Vibes. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing her store and seeing what I ended up picking up. Definitely check out Soil Vibes if you want to go to a new plant store in the city. She also does mail plants, so if you want to order plants, she can do that as well. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still here and you enjoyed this video, definitely consider liking and subscribing, but no pressure, of course, and I will see you next time. Bye!